welcome back to my channel. So today is the first part of my two-part prom series. For the two-part series, I kind of wanted to do a more simple look for the people who are going to be wearing more louder dresses, and for the second look I kind of wanted to do a look with a little bit more color, which is what the one I did today for people who are going to be wearing more simpler dresses. So if you want to learn how to do this cool gray eyeshadow look, keep on watching. So I already did my eyebrows and primed my eyes off of camera, and now we're going to go in with this nice shimmery gray on this Luxie tapered blending 229 brush right here. And I'm going to pop this actually for my hooded lid girls. I popped this right on top, so I'm creating a different crease for myself. I learned this on Desi Perkins' channel, so if you guys, subscribe to her, I'm sure you guys have seen that before. So like I said, I'm just creating a different crease for myself, tweaking it back and forth, back and forth. I'm not applying a lot of pressure, and with each time that I dip into the product, I am blending it out until I don't see a harsh line anymore. So that's the thing about putting on eyeshadow. As soon as you pick up the product, don't pick up a lot, because what if you kind of like bite off more than you could chew? So always take a little bit at a time and blend out the amount that you put on first to see if if you like it. If you want it darker, go ahead and grab some more. If you like how it is, then you can keep it. Next, I'm going to be going in with this dark periwinkle color here, and I'm going to be popping that right in the corner of my eye. And here I'm just doing a little bit in the crease and then kind of sweeping it to the center of my eye, because I wanted to mention that I'm creating a gradient. So one thing about creating nice blended eyeshadows, you want to start with your very lightest colors first and then begin to go a shade darker and then a shade darker and then a shade darker. So that way it really looks like really blended, really nice, and it kind of does the blending for you. So here I am, just a little bit shade darker, putting that right in the crease and then sweeping it halfway across my lid. Now we're going to take the next shade darker, and I'm going to take this shimmery black here in my Morphe 35K palette, I forgot to mention. And I am sweeping this just in the corner, defining it a little bit more. As I was putting in this dark color, I felt like it wasn't too dark for me, so then I just went ahead and grabbed some black from the same palette, and then I was sweeping that right in the crease as well. I feel like it really deepened it a lot more. Another thing I want to let you guys know, don't be afraid to touch black eyeshadow. I know it gets really messy really fast, but like I said, pick up small amounts of the product first and then see how much you can, how well you like that. Don't pick up a big chunk of black and then expect it to just be perfect. It's always, even me, I had to take my time with the black because I get a lot of fallout regardless, and then with black it's just gonna be a freaking mess. Next, for my actual lid, I'm going to go in with this nice shimmery gray here. And I'm using a new packing brush that I got that actually works really, really well, so I'm going to recommend it to you guys. It's actually the Luxie 211 concealer brush. I know it's a concealer brush, but it's really dense, so that's what's going to help me pick up a lot of product. And because these eyeshadows are more shimmery, they're kind of more harder to pick up onto the brush. They're going to be like a little bit more flaky, so that's why I use the more dense brush. So here I'm just packing it on the center of my lid, and like I said, this is how we're creating the nice gradient, nice blended look, because we use that periwinkle, which is the shade a little bit lighter than that, and then here we are placing that on top, so it's nice and blended, nice, hue, mixture, ombre, whatever you want to call it. Now, for the inner corner of my eyelid, I was kind of struggling a lot because the white that I kept picking up was not being as pigmented as I want from my 35K. I don't know why. This is the first time it's ever happened to me, but have no fear, my Becca palette was here, okay? So I ended up using the lightest shade, Pearl, from my Becca highlighting palette, and this basically saved my eyes and it also gave a nice shimmer. It's really bright, so that's what I used on the inner corners. I seriously packed this on. I must have packed the other color on for like 5 minutes straight, and I was like, you know what, forget it. Why am I even gonna play games? Let's do it the right way. Now, for this eyeshadow look, I wanted to give you guys my own personal experience, my own personal opinion on, I feel like, the way I like to wear my eyeshadows. When I have more lighter eyeshadows, I don't really like to make a nice, a sharp, like harsh line, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I don't like to use tape or clean it up on the ends, because I feel like light eyeshadows are supposed to be very blended, very natural, like into your skin tone, you know. But I feel like if you use darker colors, it's more than acceptable to make it real nice and sharp, real nice and clean, because like I said, when you use dark eyeshadows, you're getting a lot of fallout and it's gonna get really messy. So I mean, what if you clean up a little spot and then you're like, oh, and then it's too much, you know, it's gonna be a hot mess express. So go ahead. I feel like dark eyeshadows, be more than my guess to use tape. It's gonna look great. So here I'm actually not using tape, but I'm just taking a little bit of lotion on a Q-tip, and I'm showing you that I'm starting right here from the end of my eye, and then I'm gonna pull all the way up to the corner of my eyebrow, making a nice V-like line. I'm just cleaning it here on both sides. Now I'm gonna go in with some liner, because I feel like dark eyeshadow always looks good with liner. So here I'm dipping in with my eyeliner brush and my inglot gel liner. But here I'm just struggling. It was not my day today. I was like, it's never anybody's day with black eyeliner, like, right? Like, it's so hard to get it perfect. It is, right? It's so hard. Like, it's so hard. So you know what? No pun intended, just wing it. You know what I mean? So like, even if this side's a little bit longer than the other one, who cares? No one's gonna stop you in the middle and be like, hey, your wing liner is off. Like, I don't give a damn, bro. Like, you're posing on one side anyway. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. And in 10 years, you're gonna like look back at these photos like, why did I spend that much money on a dress that I wore for 4 hours? You know, it's just like, I'm just playing. I'm not putting you down. I'm just playing. Just make sure you freaking slay. Anyways, so here I am. I put on the gel liner, and then I put a liquid liner, and then I'm cleaning. It was just not working for me, but I was like, you know what? Whatever, I'm just gonna slay with some lashes. So I'm popping on some Koko lashes in the style Bella. So beautiful, nice and thick. Like another tip for dark eyeshadow, big lashes are a mess. I mean, you could do some nice, you know, little lashes, but girl, be courageous. This is your freaking prom. You better wear those damn thick eyelashes. I told you, do it. I'm getting a little feisty right now. Now we're gonna put on, slap on the rest of our face, because we're running late for prom. Okay, so what I recommend to you, my friends, this is my little secret, okay? Me to you, don't tell anybody, because this is a secret between me and you, alright? Come here. Come here. Focus the camera. If you go to Sephora, you can ask for as many samples as you want of any foundation, any primer that you want, however expensive it is. It's 3. Okay, it's 3 samples of whatever you want. Go multiple times. You could get a $50 foundation, but enough for you to wear tonight, okay? I mean, you didn't hear that from me, but you heard it from me. You heard it here first. I recommend, if I were you, I feel like I've been seeing a lot of things on YouTube that this foundation works with a lot of different skin types. So whether you're combination, dry, oily, it's just so good. So I'm gonna recommend for you to get the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation stick. This works like a damn dream. It's beautiful, it has really, really good coverage, but you don't feel cakey. It's just phenomenal, hands down. Get this, but be really careful with the coloring. Be very careful with the coloring. So before your foundation, you want your makeup to last all night, but we don't want to rock out on a really expensive primer. Say, you know, hypothetically speaking, you don't get that sample of that really good primer. Get the Makeup Forever ones. Just saying. They have it for all different skin types. Ugh. They have it for all different skin types. Just saying, Makeup Forever. If you have really dry skin, get the Nourishing one. That's the one I got a sample of. Really good. But if you don't want to rack out, go ahead and get the Nivea for Men Sensitive Cooling Balm Aftershave. Works like a damn charm. So here I'm taking just like a little disposable sponge, and then I'm pouring just a little bit on top of the sponge, and then I'm like wiping it on my face so it gets a even distribution. And then we're gonna let that dry, get really tacky. Fan your face, fan your face, fan your face, fan your face. And then let's pop on that foundation, girl. There really isn't a technique to this, just kind of put lines on your face. I kind of like to cover it all the way. And then I'm taking, you already know, my Morphe M439. This is my holy grail brush. So then I'm using it to blend it out, blend it out, blend it out. Then I'm gonna go in with some concealer. I don't know if this has been happening to anybody else, but my Real Techniques sponge, I don't know if it's because of my foundation or what, like as I'm putting on my concealer, it starts to pick up the rest of my foundation or whatever I put on under, and then like it leaves it looking like has like little like dots everywhere. So I've been ixnaying the sponge for a while, so I went back to my straight roots. I'm using my fingers here to put on my concealer. Using your fingers really warms up the product anyway, so it's gonna make it nice and creamy. And then just to blend it out a little bit more, I did go back in with my M439 just to blend it a little bit more. Here I'm taking a little bit of my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation stick on a concealer brush, and I'm cleaning up the sides of my wing liner because you really can't get your big old brush right there next to your eye, your freaking wing liner that you freaking messed up 80 times, but you worked on it for 5 hours, so you have to keep it as perfect as possible. And then so then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes with my handy dandy CoverGirl translucent powder. You already know the deal. Looks like this. Right under the eyes. And then I'm taking my big powder brush from Morphe and patting the same powder into my face all the way around. Now, another secret, my friends, that I just discovered. So I went to Vegas recently and I was getting ready and I had forgot my highlighting brush. So I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? So I'm like, I had seen Nick Dragon use her M438, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna give it a go because whatever. I usually just use it for setting my under eyes, but I do have my Veramona color switch that I've been loving so much. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna give it a little swipe on here, boom boom boom, and then let's just give it a go. Let's see if this highlight thing works with this brush. Oh my god, do you see this? Do you freaking see that? Like how beautiful it's coming on. It's like, it's not that it's picking up too much product, but like I love that it's picking up too much, or I don't know, I just love the even distribution. It just comes on so gorgeous with this brush. I will never go back to my small blending brush for my highlight ever again. This is my holy grail. So when I got back from Vegas, I went to the Morphe store and I picked me up another one. So I have one for setting under my under eyes and one for my highlight. And then so after I put on the highlight on my cheeks, I'm putting it on my nose and my forehead. And I never really do my Cupid's bow, but it's prom, girl, so I'm gonna do whatever hell I can to look good. So I am putting it on top of my Cupid's bow. Now we're gonna go in with some contour. So I know I've been using my MAC Give Me Sun for like, I don't know, a couple years now, but I did get a free Hoola bronzer at Generation Beauty free. Yes, I said free. So it's actually beautiful. I like that it doesn't have a lot of red or orangey undertones, so it'll probably look a lot nicer on lighter skin tones too. It's more of like a very cool brown, not so much a orange brown. So anyways, so I'm going to be taking that on my contour brush here. And then one thing about here that I'm contouring, I wanted to know also, I am always pushing my bronzer up, but I'm not putting any pressure on my brush at all. I'm letting the bristles do everything for me. I'm not pressing hard or making sure I have like a really hard hand with it. Very lightly, and then swirling up and around to blend it really, so it's just, flawless. So for the bottom of my eyes, I'm going back in with this periwinkle color here on that Pixie concealer brush because it's really dense, and then I'm sweeping that, making it align all the way across under my eyes. And then just to darken up the edges, I'm going to be taking the black again and darkening the outer corners. So one thing that I also kind of not recently got into, but when I got more into makeup, I was like, oh, I should try that. It's bottom eyelashes, and like, I know it's like, girl, how much more faker could you get? You probably got fake nails on tonight. You probably got fake hair on tonight. You got fake regular lashes on, now fake bottom lashes. Like, what's next? But I feel like the bottom lashes are gonna look great, and I feel like it looks really pretty. I mean, especially you know, if you aren't weren't born with, you know, as many bottom lashes as other people were, it's a great alternative, and you're gonna be like, hey, I could slay too with some bottom lashes. They're not real, but I got them. So I'm actually gonna be using the Precious Bottom Lashes by House of Lashes, and they're more so hard to put on, so it takes a lot of practice. I put each one on 2 times, so like, don't freak out if you're not getting it the right time. Even I struggle, so but don't let that keep you from wearing them, you know what I mean? So my trick that I'm going to be giving you is apply them with tweezers. So grab the eyelash, obviously put glue on, let it dry for a little bit. Grab the eyelash with the tweezers in the center. Push the center on the bottom, make sure you go under your lashes, okay? So from the bottom, push as hard as you can in the center. And then once you feel like that's kind of sticky enough, then readjust the sides and make sure you're bringing it as tight as to your eyelash line as possible. If not, then you can really tell that it's off, especially if you're not using a completely black eyeshadow under your eyes. Like, you know, I'm kind of using like a grayish blue tone. You could see it. So make sure you push it as high as you can, girl. And then just to blend the eyelashes together like you would on the top, put on some mascara, so you know, like, your real lashes will even make it thicker, and you know, it looks pretty. So make sure you just put on some mascara on the bottom too. Next, I'm going to be putting some black eyeliner in my waterline. I wasn't using my MAC line this time. I know it's getting old, so I went ahead and used my inglot gel liner with my eyeliner brush. Now, because you can kind of see in between the band of the bottom eyelashes and the waterline, I put a little bit in between, so just kind of color it in, you know, make it look good, girl. Okay, so for my lips, I wanted to do like a more nudie, glossy look, but then I tried to get all smashy fancy. You'll see right here, it's gonna get bad. Okay, so I went ahead and went in with my Whirl lip liner by MAC, and I'm outlining my lips. This isn't the bad part yet. So, and then I try to do like this ombre thing because I thought it was a badass bitch, but I wasn't. So I use NYX Lip Lingerie in the number 8. And here I'm going on the outsides. And like, I feel like if I wasn't wearing the gray eyeshadow, it would have been okay. But it started getting really pink after this point. Then I went in with my unicorn lipstick in Croquette by Lime Crime, and then I was like, okay, yes, girl, yes, like, okay, I feel it. And then I was like, you know, I'm gonna go in with the gloss now because I really wanted gloss. So then I went in with this Girl Lactic Prettiest Star Gloss, and then here it's like way, way too pink, and it's like, girl, you are a damn drag queen. Don't do it. Don't, whatever. Okay. So then I was like, oh, well, you know, I'm gonna still try to do this ombre thing. So then I went in with the NYX Butter Gloss in Eclair, I think. And then I was like, you know, it's still too pink. It looks horrendous. So then I just wiped it off. And then it was still kind of a little bit pink on my lips. So then I went in with this lip gloss in purple. You would think that it comes out purple, but it just gives a nice, like, cooler tint. And that's what I ended up with. Alright, my children, this is the completed first part to my 2-part prom series. This look doesn't have to be just for prom, girl. You could wear this to the club. You could wear this to your boyfriend's birthday dinner. You could wear it to your boyfriend's birthday. You know, you could wear it to a picnic. I'm just saying. But it's I feel like it's a really nighttime look, really dramatic, and like I said, it's gonna go great with more simpler dresses. I don't know about really loud or crazy dresses, but you know, the world is your oyster. Do whatever you want. I'm just here, you know, my opinion doesn't really matter. I'm just like, but yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this look. If you guys have any questions or comments or concerns or requests, regrets, go ahead and leave them in the comment box below. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys for coming back, and please come back for my part 2 of the series. Don't forget, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.